Hey, you want to say hi in the video? There's a cat that jumped up here. We're going to name him Drago. Now, some of you know I've been building Accountable for months, and we have gone through the private testers phase. We've had about 10 to 15 private testers, which is amazing. Clap for that. When you're building apps, you put things in phases, and the two phases I like to think about is the growing phase and the building phase. And we have been in the building phase up until pretty much this video. And if you're new here, welcome to the video. My name is Stokley, and I'm a professional basketball player building this first startup. In these videos, I show you the whole journey that I'm going through, the building phase, the marketing phase, my challenges when I'm working out, to show you everything it takes on this journey to becoming a very successful, not only athlete, but entrepreneur. Nice, it must be getting dark. I'm excited to show all the big updates and the changes we've made to the app. And these updates didn't come without problems. So I'll show you the challenges I faced and how I fixed them and how I improved the app. So I don't know about y'all, but I love an app that looks good and is premium and feels nice when you use it. And I took a lot of time, probably a month of designing. I have old sketches of designing how I want this app to look, because what we had before was it was placeholder. It wasn't good. And I wanted to make sure that when the user is using Accountable, it's representative of a premium app. So I took the time and did a complete overhaul of all the pages. And as you can see, the before and after is night and day. On our overview tab, you have this really nice screen that gives you a lot more information. There's a calendar now. There's a stories function. There's this big bold picture of you, because I believe that when you see yourself, you should see yourself in a very positive king and queen like way. And I wanted to make sure that this hero image made you feel like a hero. Going through all these apps, they all kind of look the same. Every app that has profile pictures, they're all circular, and I kind of got tired of that. Like, oh, every app has to be a circle. So I made it kind of a squircle, I guess. It's a tall rounded rectangle, and I really like the way it looks. And I use this throughout the whole app, and I feel like it gives you a better opportunity to showcase yourself and your features, but also it gives it a nice feel to it. I just think it's not done anywhere. I don't understand why. I added this nice calendar at the bottom this week, because we want to prioritize streaks. The stories with your group is there, but the timer was water. But I changed it to a timer because I felt like it would be more useful across all types of challenges. So this is what this overview page looks like, and I love the way it came out. The whole point of Accountable is to build healthy habits and do challenges with your friends, or you can do them by yourself. You want to be able to build habits how you want to. And one problem I realized was that, okay, if I have multiple groups, or if I want to do a group and I want to do a solo, Accountable didn't have a way to be in multiple challenges at once. In fact, if you would join a challenge and then try to start your own or start another challenge, you would get kicked out of the other and all your progress would be lost. So I added the functionality to be able to join multiple challenges, create multiple challenges, and I did it in this nice little drop down up here, where if you press it, you can see all your challenges that you're in, and you can click one and it'll be a seamless change to the next one. As you can see, I moved to a new challenge. It's color coded, so now the glow around your image is blue. The task list, the to-do list is completely different because you're in a new challenge, obviously. And one thing I had trouble with is that when I would change, all the tasks would be mushed together. So thankfully we got that fixed. Didn't take too long to iterate that. So I'm very excited to say that users can now have multiple challenges, and they don't have to feel like they can only improve with a group in the way that group wants to improve. You know what I'm saying? Now, we're speaking of these challenges. When we first started private testing, the whole point was to just see and make sure the app was working. To do that, there was only one challenge that users can do, and that's the 75 hard challenge. The problem is not everybody in the private testing wanted to do 75 hard. One thing I had to make sure was that users would have the ability to create their own challenges, whether solo or with a group. So when you go to pick a challenge, you can see we have feature challenges. We have the 75 hard, the 30-day starter, full templated out for you to just click and go. And of course, we'll have more feature challenges that are on rotation. We'll feature some creators and things like that. If you go down, now you can create your own challenge. Now you have the challenge name. You can name it whatever you want to name it. Nothing crazy though. your description, and give your challenge a nice icon. You can add your tasks. We have quick added tasks that we feel like most people would use, and then the ability to create custom tasks. Now you can set your rules, and your rules can be an open-ended challenge where I just want to, this is habits I want to build for a long time. I just want to continue to monitor that I'm fully doing these tasks every day. Or you can make it a true challenge where I want to do this for 30 days. It's strict or lenient. Okay, is it going to be like 75 hard? And if you miss a task or you miss a checkout, then you have to start over from day one? Or do you just want to see the data and how you're completing your task or how you stick into your habits? I'm so excited for that part of it, which is one of the main, it's pretty much the main thing of the app. Create your challenges, do them, get the data back to make sure that you have been doing them. And especially now with AI, everything is fake. You don't know when you're commenting. You don't know when you're reading comments, if it's a real person that you're commenting against, that you're replying to. Is it a bot? So I wanted to find a way to make sure that Accountable has that human interaction, because that can't be changed. It's something that humans will always need or want because we are social creatures. So how can we make sure you're not just seeing tasks crossed off, but you're connected? And the way I did that is, if you go over to the social feed, each group now has its own social timeline. So you have your global or your For You page, you have your following, and then you have your group. It's all the posts from people that want to post directly to that group. Admins want to make an announcement. It actually sends a push notification when an announcement is made. And it's just a way for everybody in the group to stay connected with just each other in that moment and not have to worry about outside people seeing the post or knowing what's happening in that group. It's just a way to be connected with each other. Now, every social media has it, and I think it's very important to have verified badges. Now, with our verified badges, we kind of did it a different way, right? We have a purple badge, which is for all the devs in the app. I'm doing this solo now, so if I do have people on to help build the app, they'll have a purple badge, so everybody that's on the timeline can see the devs that are posting and the people that are working on the app, and they know exactly who to contact and reach out to. And then we have the beautiful gold badge, where all the premium users and creators have their badge, and you know it's a verified person. And then we have a nice beautiful green for the private testers and people that are grandfathered in. When we get more users, that green badge is going to be very, very, very rare to see, because there's only going to be so many people. So if you're out there and you want to be a part of Accountable and you want to get that green private badge, please go sign up for the wait list and get added into the private testing group so you can get a green badge. You can provide feedback and truly help build this app to what it needs to be. And now, important thing is, people like ease. We noticed that a lot of private testers that we had, many of them would start the login flow, they'd go through it, but they wouldn't finish. And I would have to ask why. And they were like, well, I didn't really want to put my email in and have to do all that. It would be nice to just have a quick sign in button. And that made me realize we don't have a sign up with Apple ID or Google. So we had to make sure we implemented that. And then for all the past users, they can link their accounts. And this is all just to make sure the onboarding to the app is as easy and seamless as possible. You don't want to make it difficult for the user to sign up, and the first thing they're doing is a pain point for them. That's not a good part of the app. A staple of any app and a big part of human psychology is being reminded. Our attention is always being pulled left and right, and sometimes we get pulled away from our habit. How can we be held accountable if we're not reminded to be accountable? You get what I'm saying? I had to make sure that Accountable would be on the forefront of people's mind. And this was actually a lot harder than I thought. Push notifications took a lot longer. It probably took me 3 3 days to get push notifications truly working in a fashion that I thought would not be overbearing, but be just enough. I actually took a lot of inspiration from Duolingo because I think they do a really good job of reminding you when your streak is going down to get back into the flow. And not only does it help you, but it helps the app because it allows the users to always come back when they continue to work on themselves by being reminded. The more people use the app, they get in that loop, the better their habits are built and the more they're going to better themselves. That's the main point of the app, is to help people better themselves. Now, building a startup by yourself is extremely challenging. People don't usually understand what goes into building an app, like Facebook and X and YouTube. It's so much, and usually there's really big teams. I mean, I didn't fully understand until I started building apps myself. I'm doing this completely alone. It's me and my AI helping me code, and that's really it. I'm not a marketer, I'm not any of this, but I'm somebody that's driven. When you're solo, you have to wear a bunch of hats, and I went to school for computer science, so I'm great at coding. I didn't go to school for marketing, I didn't go to school for business, UI, UX. So how can I, as a solo developer, create a full package like that of a Facebook? Well, I've been using AI, and AI has been helping a lot. I personally use anti-gravity because 1, it's free, and then 2, it allows you to use multiple models. Anti-gravity mixed with Claude 4.6 Opus. Right. Oh, I look like an evil villain. What you gotta say? Okay, that's what I was trying to tell them too. I know. They need to get accountable. Exactly. You heard him. Hey, Nate, that's my shirt. Get your claws out my shirt. See, now you're stuck in my shirt. See what happens? Get your claw out my shirt, man. Don't tell me no. I guess we're gonna do this video with the cat in our lap, so. Now that we're done with the building phase, the next phase is the growing phase, like I talked about before. And with the growing phase, we want to make sure that this app is making us some money because we want to continue to improve the app. And in order to do that, we have to monetize the app. So I have been spending a lot of time coming up with monetization plan and a paywall. Here's the paywall, as you can see. And one thing about Accountable is that it's not just supposed to be for fitness users. So I noticed that this tier was very fitness focused. Like if you were a book reader and you just wanted to do a book reading challenge with your friend, this tier doesn't really seem like something you'd need to pay for. Like, why would you pay for this? This payment tier wasn't really encompassing of everybody that would be a part of Accountable. So I've been struggling trying to figure out a way to make sure that everybody would see benefit from a payment tier, and I've come up with some ideas. Maybe we have a Accountable Fit and then an Accountable Plus for all the other things that just provide general features that most users will find a necessity. If you guys have any ideas on how I can create features or create a monetization plan for that encompasses everybody and what features that would go in that, please leave a comment down below. But I think in this moment, in order to get the app going and out and do that building and growing phase and flip-flop between the two that I talked about earlier, I think it will make sense to just focus on the fitness side and try to grab as many fitness users as possible and try to attack that niche for a while. And then as we grab more users and we grow and get bigger, then add the other things that encompasses everybody, because that's the main goal of it, is to be able to encompass anybody who just wants to build a habit or do a challenge with friends in any space. But for the monetization side of it, I think it would just make sense to do these 2 tiers and go from there. Okay, well, I guess that means we're done with the video. Hey, thank y'all for watching. I'm excited to continue to go down this journey and build this app, and you guys follow along. If you're out there and you're building your own app, hopefully this gives you some inspiration, hopefully it gives you some help, some tips. If you're looking to be a part of Accountable and you want to use Accountable, whether you're a content creator or a fitness junkie like I am, then feel free to go in the description. I'll leave the website down there. There's a wait list. You can join the wait list and I'll get you added within the day. I'm only bringing in about 30 more private testers for this last iteration, and then we'll get it added to the App Store and we'll be good to go. As y'all can see, Drago left, which is telling us, hey, it's time to wrap up. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as every YouTuber says.